Well, welcome world. This is Maria again of Maria and Joe. And also, I have my co-host today. I'm so happy to have this woman. She's one of my guests last week. And this is Jen Ruth Ledger.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm back this week.
I also happen to invite the founder of LGBT, and I've been waiting for this day to have him on my show. I got here today is Mr. Brian Darling. And
Hello.
you're such a darling.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am a darling. I'm a real darling.
And audience, I should have here Mr. Evans Darling, but for I think he has something to do. And can you tell the audience what Mr. Evans doing?
Well, Evan is my creative partner. He is a professional race car driver, and he just built a car. He does rally. I don't know a lot about racing. We're total opposites, Evan and I. He's a mechanic and a pro race car driver. I would much rather be getting a pedicure in the spa or having a nice dinner or hanging out by the pool somewhere. So, in that respect, we're very different, but we're not related. We just both happen to have the same last name, Darling. I've worked in the entertainment industry for, gosh, almost 30 years now. So I come from a completely different background than Evan does. And a number of years ago, Evan came out of the closet and he lost his racing sponsors. So at this particular point, when we met, we sort of were talking like, let's do a TV show or, an internet project or a streaming digital, I don't know what format it's really going to end up on. But we thought to ourselves, we're sort of like the LGBT odd couple because we're nothing alike. But we get along so well and we have this bond. We both have a passion for travel. So we've developed an adventure, travel, racing, odd couple. It's sort of like Speed Racer meets Charlie's Angels meets the Odd Couple.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that's what our show is going to be about. We have a sizzle reel and a treatment and a deck and everything, a producer on board. Her name is Sherry. Well, you can find me at briandarling.com. It's very easy. There's a connect link. I'm also very big on LinkedIn. Evan is edarlingracing.com. And you can find us on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the Instagram and all the social media, Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter too. I'm not a computer guy, so other people have to help me with those things.
Well, someone out there will be helping you. Well, Mr. Darling, you know what? I'm really. It's been an honor, sir, for me interviewing you today. Well, what I want to talk about is I know that you've been here in Vegas. You lived here in Vegas before, so I want to actually put out there to our viewers how does Vegas look like, the old Vegas?
Well, I first came to Vegas in 1985, which is really right around the time when the movie Casino. That was right around the time that all that stuff was really going on in real life in the mid 80s. And the feds came in and they got the mob out, and the hotel that was the subject of that movie Casino was the Stardust Hotel. And in 1986, I believe, the feds just came in, they ran in, they jumped over the counter, they put the red, the yellow tape everywhere, and the whole thing came crashing down. Then after that, that was really the rebirth of Vegas when the Bellagio was built and the Treasure Island, MGM. The MGM used to be a tiny little hotel called the Marina Hotel. You know, that little front section that comes down?
Yes.
Well, that's the original building.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
And, I was down on the strip today and we got off on one of the exits. It's like an 8-lane freeway, and it's a
And it's a slow moving
it's just
car.
a city
Yeah,
street. They were just building the Stratosphere, the big Stratosphere Tower back in those days,
mhm.
and everybody has their little slot card, and you put your card in the machine, and it's the personality has left. You used to have to get to know someone. It was all about personal relationships.
It is.
Do you know a certain pit boss or a certain casino host? And then they would extend you courtesies of a complimentary room and food and beverage and things like that. Now you just stick your card in, and if you get a certain number of points, you get a free buffet or
Free
a,
something. Yeah.
or
Maybe.
a discount or free parking. I guess they're charging for parking now on the strip, which I think is, I just can't believe it.
I know.
Can't
You
believe
go and spend all your money in the casino and then pay your parking. It's sometimes like what?
Right.
And this woman right here, you've been here in Vegas for how long?
Yes, I've been here for about a year.
A year.
Yes,
So she's
I've been,
brand new
been
too.
here, been here for about a year, and just in the last year, there's been an abundance of change. There's
Well, I'm sure the
constant
valets
change.
really don't like. I mean, who's going to pay $25 to valet their car? I mean, I would be tipping the valet maybe $20.
Yes.
But if people are paying, and I think you guys said locals don't have to pay, and the out-of-state visitors have. Something's just wrong with that picture. I mean, we come here to gamble, and that's where we pay.
And you guys actually spend a lot of money on the.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
And then not to mention that everything on the strip is priced higher anyway, so just food, beverages, souvenirs, things like that. So yeah, you're paying with gambling, the hotel stay, and everything else. So my sentiment's exactly, at least the parking could be
Well,
free.
yeah, I
at
mean,
the very, at least.
When I go to the pool, I don't want to be laying at the pool and looking at a bunch of skyscrapers.
Absolutely.
The signage used to be. I mean, the Stardust. There's a museum in downtown Las Vegas. I think it's called the Neon Museum or something like that.
Yeah,
where they have all the old signs and stuff.
Mhm.
I have not been down there. I really would like to go down there and see some of those old. I mean, the Stardust sign had, just thousands of different colors, and the Riviera, the front of the Riviera was very special. There's still a few around. The Flamingo is still with us, and
How about the Fremont? How can you differentiate from before and now the Fremont?
Well, the Fremont experience is a whole different animal. That's really more of what Las Vegas used to be like. And I think they did a really good job with the canopy. It's about 4 or 5 blocks long.
Yes, that's beautiful.
And Evan and I actually went ziplining from one end of the canopy to another, and that was a really good time. But I really like it downtown. The clientele is a little bit different. There's a lot more locals down there. Right now we happen to be at the M, which I really like this property a lot for many reasons. It reminds me of the old Desert Inn. It's a little bit quieter. It's just a classy, clean property. It's out in the Southern Highlands, which is, used to be in the middle of the desert. I mean, there was nothing out here
Wow.
when I lived here. Literally nothing.
I do have one more question.
Sure.
If it's not too invasive.
Sure.
Now, did Evan ever find the Brian Darling he was originally looking for?
Well, his brother's name is Brian Darling.
Did he find his brother?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
His brother is he appears on news programs, national news programs. So he was just Googling, seeing what his brother was up to. He typed in Brian Darling, and my name came up on the search before his brother. So that's kind of how we met. But there is another Brian Darling out there that is fairly well known. He was the campaign. He worked on the Rand Paul presidential campaign. I know he spent some time at the Heritage Foundation. We've never met. So I'm not. I don't think I particularly have too many things in common with Evan's brother. But you know, Evan is gay. I'm gay, and you know, so we have that in common. And we both have the same name, Darling, and you know, we sort of it sort of grew very organically from that.
Well, thank you, viewers, for tuning in today and helping me welcome these two people right here, Mr. Darling and Miss Ruth Ledger. All right, see you again next time. Bye bye.
And that's